And the very last thing I heard in a dream after I woke up was that Delulu is the Solulu, and those aren't words that I normally would say. It's just something I would type out, but it's just that was resonating in my mind, and I'm like, interesting. Yes, yes. So confirmation that we need to stay delusional, because it's not really delusions. These are what I'm going to say, future visions that we have, grabbed and we're able to share. So that's how I'm looking at it. And so stay positive and stay delulu. Thank you, please.
Stop it. Get some help.
You are feeling stressed out about the upcoming inauguration and you want a way to take care of yourself that day, please come join us for the online post-election support group, and this time during inauguration support group. We meet via Zoom at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Monday, the 20th. We meet every other Monday. I can leave a link to sign up in a comment below. And yeah, it's a chance to be around like-minded people who are really compassionate. Let some of your feelings out. We might do some little activities to calm our nervous systems together too.
Emotional, damn it!
The left may be too afraid to do a forensic audit of this election, but I'm still a proud denier. Okay, buddy.
Whatever. It's amazing. Beta!
Hey, people, and people who love and support me and have faith in humanity, at least a little bit left, we're going to hold on to hope. And there's nothing wrong with holding on to hope. If you don't have hope, that's great. Take your depressing shit somewhere else, or I will block you. I no longer have the energy to explain to people that there was a 1 in trillion mathematical chance for all the things to add up that led to the freaking popularity contest. I don't have the energy to explain this to people anymore.
This is your sign to not get your hopes up for anything. It's not worth it. The disappointment. This entire weekend is ridiculous. Whatever.
On January 20th, 2025, we will commemorate and honor the remarkable legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That day holds no other importance or relevance. Nice try. He's still your daddy. Yep, he's still your president.
It's abnormal for a man to be a liberal or progressive. It's a sign of being a beta male.
I didn't know that.
Because real men are conservative, Republican, and strong in nature.
So those of us that aren't watching the show on Monday, what are we doing? I need someone to fill up in. What are we doing? What are we giving views? What are we doing? And tomorrow is probably our last day, so tell me quickly, what are we doing? Because I want to do it. Because all that.
Yeah, I have a question for you guys because your hypocrisy is just constantly overflowing, so I can't keep up.
Beta!
Explain this to me. Why is it that you guys are so upset and bent out of shape over the fact that Michelle Obama is not attending the upcoming inauguration?
We do not care.
I have secondhand embarrassment for these Trump supporters in DC. They look so out of place. They look fearful. And frankly, they look old and dumb.
Talo. Sorry.
Does anyone else hate when people ask, so what do you do? I do my best, David. I do what I can. And I also do one thing a day that scares me. I wake up every morning. Thank you.
What? What the f?
I'm still so angry with America that we didn't want a woman in office so bad that we had to elect a convicted felon who doesn't care about anybody except himself. When he gets in office, he's not going to help you with anything. He's not. We could have had our first female president and she would have done such a marvelous job in office. These next 4 years are literally just going to be so... I don't even know the word.
Great.
I don't have words. All I know is that even people who voted for him are not going to be happy with outcomes because he's not going to do the things that he promised because he's a liar. So, say goodbye to your gas prices being as low as they are right now, because if he tries to do the things he's saying he wants to do, it's going to make inflation 10 times worse.
Ugh.
We're going to buy Greenland. Okay, that'll make the taxes go up. If I hear one complaint about the economy, I'm going to punch somebody.
Time and time again, Republicans prove that they don't know how anything works. Specifically MAGA Republicans, because there are still some good Republicans out there. I am afraid, not because of Trump, but because of you guys, the MAGA. I'm afraid of what you guys are going to do, not what he's going to do. You guys don't read. You guys don't know how the government works. You guys argue feelings and not facts.
It was all fun and games till you tried to steal our line. Okay, facts over feelings, that's us. That's you can't have that. Nice try. If we were violent, they certainly wouldn't be making these videos. Good point. She should be afraid. When the clock app shuts down tomorrow, the collective IQ of the US will increase by 2 standard deviations.
On November 5th, I voted in person, and it was a whole thing, but I voted in person on the day of. And 5 minutes before we went to leave, I was like, oh, I'm going to go to the bathroom before we go because I'm disabled. I have to pee all the time. I can't always get to a bathroom. I always pee before I go somewhere. I go to the bathroom. I have my period. Is that a big deal? Typically, no. However, I have PCOS. I am not regular by any means. I never know when it is coming. And the fact that it showed up right before I was about to vote, I was like, ooh, that feels like a bad omen. I remember like thinking that in my head. I didn't say it. I was just like, ooh, that feels like a bad omen. And then like everything happened and it's all been scary and weird since then. And then this morning, I woke up at 3 a.m. and had my period. And then, well, this afternoon happened. But in case you were like me and you clicked away early and missed it, they're going back tomorrow at 11. Reconsideration is on the table. I told you guys I'm keeping the hat on until the 20th. That's my deadline. And yeah, I get it. I just said it was a bad omen, but my point is that like I've had other good omens happen too. And my spicy little magic brain is pointing me in that direction. I don't know. Something's up. Something's gonna happen. Something's still gonna happen. Okay, bye.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
This video is for the 4 a.m. club, the Team Blue Delulu, those people who were still holding out hope. I'm sorry that you're now having to feel the pain and go through the grieving process that a lot of us went through on November 6th. I think that a lot of what that hope was really a coping mechanism to delay having to process and deal with those feelings of something so big, betrayal and feelings of hurt and fear of what's coming next. A lot of us had a head start in processing this information, in working through our emotions. Hell, I was super depressed after the election, and I'm sorry that you have to go through that now. We've just had a head start on where we are mentally and how we're going to move forward and what our plans are. How are we going to fight back? That's what the last 2 months has been for me and a lot of people that I know, is planning. What do we do to be as big a problem as possible for the future administration? How do we fight for communities that are going to be targeted and endangered? And you didn't have that opportunity because you were still holding on to this hope. And I get that. I'm not shaming you for that. Take the time that you need to process through this because it's a lot to deal with. I understand. But we're going to be here when you're ready. So when you're ready to fight, when you pick yourself back up and you're ready to go, let's go. Let's fight.
With the tyrant that our little orange clown wants to be best friends with. So something about that. And the word that came up was, I'm not going to say the word, S plus pies. So you figure that out. We'll see what that means. But anyway, I just like those little nuggets because I feel like I'm in a game and we're all just like picking up these breadcrumbs.
I've recently changed the content on this channel from apolitical to political, so I'm losing a ton of subscribers. So when I say like, share, and subscribe, please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please subscribe. It would help me out immensely. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Red Dawn Daily with your host, me, Dawn Marie, and sometimes Leroy, or Leroy's little stunt double, Arthur the Pomeranian. Thanks for being a good sport, Arthur. Yeah, I know. Arthur took time out of his busy schedule just for me. He's generous like that.